Dancing with the Stars coming up October 1st, and though I use the term star very loosely, I'm officially one of the dancers. I've also purchased a pair of Latin heels that I refer to affectionately as man heels. My partner Christian Bro at the Hip Room studio here, making progress in our routine. Hey, vote for your favorites online. It's only $1 per vote, or just buy tickets to the dance-off that happens October 1st. Every single dollar goes to charity. This morning, we are spotlighting one of those charities, Pinellas Safe Harbor. This serves as a safe haven for the homeless with a total capacity of 470 people at any given time. You can imagine how effective it is. It's run by the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office as a jail diversion program. So I welcome in right now Sergeant Zach Haish of the Sheriff's Office. And Sergeant, when we hear the term jail diversion program, what exactly does that consist of? Because I'm sure that sounds pretty good to a lot of people out there. Right.
Well, what Safe Harbor does is we offer the homeless residents of Pinellas County an alternative to incarceration. So in lieu of going to jail for a nonviolent ordinance violation, they can come to Pinellas Safe Harbor instead.
And you talk about this safe haven for homeless people. Now, I guess one of the things that's important to bring up here, this is an interesting contrast. You know, we've got the glamour of the Dancing with the Stars contest, unless you're looking at me dancing. It's glamorous, but now you have, you know, these conditions here that these homeless have to live in. And if they're on the streets, their probability of committing a crime is so much higher.
Right.
So you want to get them out of the streets, off the streets.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Taking an individual off the streets that's typically committing a nonviolent offense out in the community, public nuisance crimes, gives them an opportunity to come to the shelter and gain case management services, meals, hot meals every day, and a safe place to lay their head. It
sounds really great because in which ways does it differ from a homeless shelter, I guess we could say? I mean, because you're going for something a little bit more here.
Right.
We should make that very clear.
Typical homeless shelters have admission criteria, have hours of operation where they're accepting people in. Pinellas Safe Harbor accepts homeless residents of Pinellas County in 24/7, and our admission criteria is very low.
Sergeant Haish, last thing would be 470 people it can potentially house. Can you explain to our audience just how effective that number is?
470 is huge when you have a population of homeless people in Pinellas County of over 3,000 every year, and we're housing a substantial portion of that under our roof at Pinellas Safe Harbor. We're taking those folks off the street and keeping them from being in danger of going to jail for simple crimes.
Exactly. Reducing crime, making their lives better, making the area better.
Absolutely.
Sergeant Haish, thank you so much for being with us. I appreciate it. Keep up the great work. Hey, for more information on the Pinellas Safe Harbor, the website is safeharborpinellas.org. And to learn more about all the charities benefiting from this year's Tampa Bay Dancing with the Stars, visit handsacrossthebay.org. And while you're there, don't forget to vote for me or really any of the dancers, because all that money is going to the same place. We'll be right back.